सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण परमात्मने नमः। Today the connectivities are also just fluctuating quite a lot. Let us see, morning we had to stop the class in between. Also I am expecting certain guests at home. Hopefully if they come a little late, our class can complete. Otherwise I plan to complete the 6th chapter fully. Let us see how it goes. Yeah. Okay. So we saw that 6th chapter is basically Raja Yoga or Atma Samyama Yoga. And here already Krishna has started talking about 6 topics which is related to upasana. After karma, karma yoga, now upasana. Upasana means dhyanam, meditation. And as mentioned last time, this is more for nididhyasana dhyanam. This particular chapter is focusing on nididhyasana dhyanam rather than samadhana dhyanam or sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, where you want to get focus, right? Here it is more for nididhyasana. So what are the requirements here? Very clearly the 6 aspects which have been mentioned by Krishna: qualification for meditation, preparation for meditation, process of meditation, object of meditation, obstacles and remedies of meditation, and benefits of meditation. Okay, and as you clearly know, if you see the scheme, it is brahmacharya ashram, grihasthashrama, vanaprastha. This dhyana and all these are in more vanaprastha ashrama, more after grihastha ashrama, which means already you have learned everything in brahmacharya ashrama. You know the meaning of it, you have experienced and done some karma in grihastha ashrama. So vanaprastha ashrama is more of introspection of what you have learned and what you have done. 2 aspects. This is what the Shastras have told, and this is what my life went through. So with that introspection first, some chitta shuddhi happens. Okay, then you focus on some studies, and then you do again dhyanam on what you have studied, which is nididhyasana. Clear? Okay. So the qualifications we have seen very clearly. What is required minimum if you have to do dhyanam? You have to have equanimity of the mind. Mind has to be calm and stable. A disturbed mind can never do dhyanam. Chanchala manaha cannot do dhyanam. It has to be calm, it has to be relaxed. Then the attitude should be, whatever comes in between dhyanam, I am ready to accept it. Agate swagatam gurya. Okay. Then the next very, very important one before dhyanam is some vairagyam should be there. A good amount of vairagyam should be there. Otherwise, in dhyanam, you will continue with arthakama or dharmarthakama. Here with vairagyam, then you can do nididhyasana. Then the right things will be focused by the mind, otherwise the mind will keep jumping. You know, it is how you know. I roll the tongue to take the God's name. I roll my fingers to count the God's name. I roll my mind all over the world when I take God's name. Tongue rolling, Fingers rolling, mind also rolling. That is not acceptable. For that, vairagyam should be there. You understand? Two rollings are okay. Mechanically do it. But the third one has to be stable and still. Vairagyam. Okay. Mature out. No suppression. We have seen this quite a lot. Third one is a very important aspect is self-confidence. Shraddha on the teacher, Shraddha on the Shastra, and enough patience which has been already inculcated. Because if you lose that self-confidence, many a times many things will come which you may not expect, and then you are not sure whether it is right, wrong, whatever. So yes, allow it to happen. It may go after some days, months only you will come to know, oh, this should not happen or how to manage it. So you should have a good amount of self-confidence. I am in right hands, and that is why don't do all this meditation by yourself. It needs to be guided, it needs to be helped, it needs to be understood, then enter into meditation. The process of meditation and all needs to be understood. Then the object of meditation is what you can decide. And be consistent with that object. Don't keep on changing every day this object of meditation. It won't work. Okay, right. Now with these three, okay, you can see that some of these shlokas where he is already, as I mentioned that in this fifth chapter, he has jumbled a lot of shlokas, so you'll have to take it from different places, and it is not in the order in which we are going to look at it. So the first one we can have a reference of the fifth shloka in self-confidence. The fifth chapter, I think sixth chapter, the fifth shloka. उद्धरेदात्मनात्मानम् आत्मानमवसादयेत् आत्मैव ह्यात्मनो बन्धुः आत्मैव रिपुरात्मनः. Uddharedatmanatmanam. You have to self-motivate yourself. Okay. Otherwise, you can get into depression. Okay. Atmanam avasadayet. Do not get into depression. Atmaiva hi atmano bandhuhu. Only if someone can do something when you are in meditation or when you want to continue in that, it is only you. Atmaiva iva ripuhu atmanaha. You are your own enemy. Okay. So if you do it in the right way, if you do it with everything, that self-confidence will be there. But if you are dwindling, ye karu ki wo karu, like every day doubting Tom, every day keep on, no, is this right? Let me try this, let me try this. Then that will be a problem. So Uddared Atmanatmanam, very clearly. So self-confidence has to be there. Okay. Then yeah, in this particular meditation, one thing is which is expected will to happen, which is true is see, as you grow in age, there will be a good amount of fear also. That is why when you say in Vanaprastha you do it, more you have to have that confidence that Ishvara is with me. Otherwise, the fear will overpower. But be very careful. That is why again self-confidence is very much required. No, I will be able to do. Always that question will come. Will I be able to do? If I die in between, what will happen? These questions are expected to come. You will overcome it. Once you start sitting and focusing, things of your past will start coming. Okay. Questions like Kimahagam sadhuna karavam Kimaham papamakaravam. Why did I do so many papas? Why I was not good in my all this so many years? See, these questions will come. Why? Now you know the meaning, and then you are sitting, and while meditation, you are reviewing the picture of what you have lived, and you are comparing with what is ideal. So such questions will come. Don't get shattered. Over is over. So what needs to be done? Okay, ahead I will not do such things. From this moment, from today, quality of life has to change. Correct? These things are bound to happen. That is why that self-confidence very clearly, and what are the other problems which will come also is mentioned. That is why in meditation, if people do properly meditation, you can also have depressions. Huh? Some of these very, very deep rooted things which are disturbing you, if they start coming out, one can go into depression. That is why someone, an acharya, a guru needs to be there who will help, support, guide, mentor. You have to do the meditation, but you need someone to confide upon. Correct? And that is necessary. Okay. Then, now what is this process of meditation? So slowly after what happens is all this clutter and all goes now. Then that mind becomes calm, saying that okay, now for what am I sitting for meditation? Then there is a objective and sankalpa. Now, what is this process of meditation? First, we have to understand what is meditation. Is meditation simply sitting and just be a sakshi? It is easily taught. Just lie down, be a sakshi. Many things keep happening and going. Is that called meditation? Jo ho raha hai hone do. Just be a sakshi. That is not meditation. Okay, that is not meditation. Clear? Even what we say sakshi is all fooling ourselves to a great extent today. That sakshi bhava is only when you have removed raga dvesha, then sakshi bhava you can understand. Today with my raga dvesha, I am still sitting like a ragi and dveshi, separate from my body and looking at it. That's all. It's a mental activity. It is not sakshi bhava. If it is sakshi bhava, in front of you, if the person whom you hate comes, will you still be with sakshi bhava? Tell me. Or whether your blood circulation will increase. Correct, na? So we are sitting still with Raga Dvesha. So all this Sakshi and all today is okay, as we say, fake it and make it. Today, fake it and make it. That is not the true one. Only when you overcome your matured completely in Sattva Guna, then all this Sakshi Bhava can start. Okay. Now, what is this process of meditation? And it is very simple. When you have got five antennas, correct? These antennas continuously keep giving inputs to us. From outside, it is giving inputs. And that is when very beautifully in Kathopanishad, Paranchikhani Vyatrinat Swayambhu Pashyan Parak Pashyati. Okay. The way it is mentioned is, oh Brahmaji, what have you created for me? It is like shouting at Brahmaji. Paranchi Khani, you have given me five stupid instruments which are always Bahirmukha, going out. Always going out. Vyatranat Swayambhuhu. Pashyan Parak Pashyati. Always wanting to go out, out, out. Why have you created me like this? Cannot it turn inward? Okay. And that is what Kaschit Dhiraha. Only few people are able to manage this. Pratyagatma. It comes in Kathopanishad very beautifully. That is what is Paranchi. That Parak. That word Parak itself is, uh, in if you there is a word in Tamil called Parak. Parak means gossip. Correct? It is not with a very good note it is mentioned. It doesn't have a good taste, that word parak. Paranchi khani parak. Paranchi, going outward. Khani. Khani means my instrument is called parak. Parak pashyati. Always out, 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 out. That means lose control. Doesn't have any control at all. Okay, that is what it is. So then from there it has to come inward first. Does it mean that you have to stop listening, you have to stop seeing, you have to stop feeling the sensation of touch? No smell should come near this place where you are sitting for meditation. No. Whatever you try to touch the setup, it will upset you. What is the opposite of setup? Upset. Setup ko ulta likho, it is upset. Don't touch the setup. It will only upset you. Then what should you do? Accept the setup and align yourself with what you have to do. Okay. Only when you sit for meditation, that neighbor's radio volume will be high. What can I do? 2 days, don't bother about it. Third day, you will get used to it. That is what is called maturing out. Correct? So, each of these 5 instruments you have to mature out. And then they have no job. Means what? Like I sleep. When I'm sleeping, are these 5 instruments used or not? No. Okay. But in between sleep, there is something called dream. Am I using the 5 instruments? No. But still, am I active? 100% active. So meditation state is like a dream state now. There I have no control on what is going to come as VCP. But here I can decide what I should project. Are you able to get this? It is in my control. The remote control is with me. In dream, remote control is not with you. Correct? So mind is now active. And mind is similar to that of a flowing water. Never try to stop the flowing water. You will never be able to. When the waters are coming from the mountains, do you expect that you can stop that water? You can't. Then what can you do? Just leave it? No. You bund it, channelize it, so that you can make use of it. And it continues to go. So instead of stopping it, you channelize it. And that channelizing of the mind into a certain area of thought is called Dharana. Dharan means to hold. Dhr, dhatu is dhr, to hold, behold. Dharati. Okay. So dharan, when you mean a dam, means a reservoir of water, where water is held. Dhr dhatu it is. Correct? So you slowly channelize it so that what happens? Now technically I will try to tell you what this is. Earlier this mind was going half a set. See, mind has got thoughts. Okay. Yoga says thoughts have to be stopped. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Vedanta does not say stop the thoughts. Why? That is the nature of the mind. If you do not follow that nature of the mind will revolt. Mind is like a monkey, it will revolt. So don't try to do all those things. And that is why we say sometimes thoughtlessness is also a thought. Yes or no? When you say I became thoughtless, means what? It is a thought. That is why you are able to remember it. So mind means thoughts will be there. If mind stops thinking, then you are dead. Dead, not even asleep. Because during sleep also, there are subtle thoughts which are on. Without a thought, your breathing will not continue. You may not be aware of that thought, but it is happening in the subconscious mind. There is a thought. Without a thought, none of your physiological systems will work. They are all working when you sleep. Pancha pranas are working. That is why morning when you wake up, you say, I'm hungry. Night you ate and you slept. Before that you said, I could not eat anything more. Even one morsel I will vomit out. Early in the morning, I am feeling hungry. Why? Inside that factory was working throughout the night. Correct? And if it is working throughout the night, there has to be a thought which is making it work. Correct? So, we never say make yourself thoughtless. This is where the philosophy of yoga and Vedanta changes. But we utilize all the methods, sadhanas of yoga to make our mind focused. We come to dhyana, we come to dharana, all those things we do. Get chitta naishchalyata and get chitta vishalata. A focused as well as a broad mind. Get these two through meditation. But we don't need to go to samadhi, and we say we will not go to thoughtless state. It is not required. Then we will give Vedantic thoughts, and that is called Vedantic meditation. Is it clear? So principally these two only differ, although they all look the same. There also we are saying you have to do meditation. Yoga also says do meditation. So where is the difference? No. There is a basic difference, and that's a Dvaita philosophy. Here it's completely Advaita. So there is a drastic difference in the philosophy, but we will use the sadhanas because that is beneficial to us. Like we used in Sankhya, the Sankhya's Prakriti Purusha chart of evolution. How did we use that? Same way yoga we will use it. Is it clear? Okay. Now, Sajatiya Pratyaya Pravaha is what we need. Let me again repeat. Sajatiya Pratyaya Pravaha. That means thoughts of the similar nature. Sajatiya Pratyaya Pravaha. It should be a continuous thought for a period of time of similar in nature is what we want. Before that, what will be there? Vijatiya Pratyaya Nishedaha. That is Vijatiya Pratyaya. Dissimilar thoughts in my mind. You simply close your eyes and sit for 2 minutes. Just see. You want check, sit for 2 minutes or 1 minute. How many various thoughts will come? Unconnected thoughts will just come and go. Right? It comes and goes. You just have to focus here and don't do anything. So called as Sakshi. Just keep seeing it. You will see many thoughts will come. Unconnected thoughts, colors, something or the other will just come as a flash and go. There are so many. Millions and millions of thoughts are on. Only when we start focusing at it, they will start we become sensitive to it. Otherwise, we are insensitive to it. Okay. So, but these thoughts are vijatiya in various directions. They are not aligned. So, I need to stop that and channelize them towards one direction. So, vijatiya pratyaya nisheda anantaram sajatiya pratyaya pravaha. Are you able to understand now? Is it simple? Vijatiya pratyaya nisheda anantaram or nigrahana anantaram sajatiya pratyaya pravaha. And that is called as dhyana. Okay. So you sajatiya pratyaya pravaha or This Vijatiya Pratyaya Nisheda is called starting of Dharana, and it enters into Sajatiya Pratyaya. And when that Sajatiya Pratyaya becomes Pravaha, then it becomes Dhyana. You understand? It is how you know. I can never know when I have gone to sleep. I can only make everything ready and suddenly I slip off into sleeping. I'm aware of everything what I have done to make the setup ready, but the time exactly when I've gone to sleep, I can never know it because I slip into sleep. Same way, dharana is what you can understand. Sajatiya pravaha starts, and once pratyaya starts, when it becomes a pravaha, then you're slipped into dhyana. Don't say I'm not aware of it, you'll be aware of it. Huh? But when that dharana is becoming dhyana, you can't say, oh, now it is dharana, dharana, dharana. Oh, now it has become dhyana. No, no. You will say that, oh, I sat that time. Like how you talk about sleep. I only know when I switched off the light and I was on the bed. I've woken up only in the morning. Over. Like that, you will say that from dharana. When I went to dhyana, I don't know. But I had a very good dhyana because you're aware of dhyana, what happened. Fully aware of it. Otherwise, you're sleeping in dhyana. Sleeping in dhyana is not dhyana. Because someone will come and say that it is sajatiya pravaha pratyaya. I continuously had only one thought, which is sleep. That is not dhyana. Why I have to say that, Patanjali calls sleep as a thought. Huh? Where did he say? Vrittayaha panchataya klishta aklishtascha. Open the sutra number 7 or 8 will come in the first chapter. There he gives Pratyaksha Anumana Agama Nidra Smrutayaha. Okay, so Nidra is one of the vritti. He defines Nidra as a thought. So if you say Sajatiya Pravaha vritti, which is Nidra, then we don't accept that as meditation. Neither Patanjali accepts it as meditation. Is it clear? Little deviation. You get an idea of what there it is told, what here it is we are referring to. So Sajatiya Pravaha should be there. Now initially this will go a little slow and tough. You have to put effort. Why? Mind will just, as I said now, rolling. That mind will also roll. Then you again bring it back. Initially for 15 seconds it is at what sankalpa or topic you have taken. Then it has gone to Rome. Everywhere it has gone, all the world. Suddenly you will remember, no, I'm doing meditation. Even body will shake a little. No, I'm doing meditation. Like that it will be initially. That is where you are putting effort and bringing it back, correct? It is how this horse, when you want to tame, you don't tie it into very tightly near a kuti. You know that there is a kuti rakhte beach mein. And you give a big long rope and tie it to that. Then what happens? The horse starts running around the kuti, inside that fence. Now, the perimeter of where it used to run outside, you have reduced it, but you are still allowing the horse to run. Correct? It's called Jalapakshivat Rodha Sadhana. You know where does it come? Jalapakshivat Rodha Sadhana? Upadesha Sara. Very beautifully he has explained. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi has beautifully explained that. It says, Chittavayava Chitkriya Shakayordvayi Shakti Mulaka Layavinashane Ubhayarodane Layagatam Puna Bhavati Nomratam Pranabandhana Leenamanasam Ekachintana Nashamehyata Nashtamanasa Utkrishta Yoginaha Chittavayava no after that only it will come. Laya vinashane ubhayarodane layagatam punaha bhavati nomratam pranabandhana leenamanasam ekachintana nasmikhyata. In the 8th or 9th shloka, it says Jalapakshivat Roda Sadhana. See, when that Pakshi, the birds, when that Pakshi is in a net, okay, it is not strangulated that it cannot move. But andar karte rahega, but it cannot go out. But it is still inside. You are also giving space, but also you are constricting the space. Like that, chod ke pakad ke, jala pakshivat roda sadhanam, this mind will start slowly stabilizing on what you want. Dheere, dheere, dheere. That is why he says lot of self-confidence is required. 4 दिन करने के बाद नहीं आता छोड़ दो. It's not, then we very nicely what we tell you, it's not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. What? It is your cup of coffee, Coca-Cola, everything, you have it. There is no other option. When you have to do a sadhana, start. Initially it will not come. Don't give up. Don't give up. Slowly it will start getting into your control. When it starts coming to your control, then what happens? It is like sleep. Once the setup is made ready, very easily I start getting sleep. Same way, once if you have this practice of slowly, okay, now for meditation I put this chadar, I have sat down, lights have become dim, mind is slowly started, that psychologically it started working. Okay, now I'll just do 1 or 2 pranauchar or do some pranayama, some pranauchar, then get started. Slowly, tak, 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 it will start aligning so fast that instantaneously you can get into that state very fast. And then you don't have to worry. Then within that perimeter, it will start jumping. Like now what happened? Jala Pakshivat Roda Sadhanam, it went. From there, how many shlokas? You didn't get the shloka, you started jumping here and there. Here and there I started jumping. Finally I said, Jala Pakshivat Roda Sadhanam. It has to settle now. Don't forget your purpose, na? So you will settle there quickly. You have to settle. The question is how much effort is needed. Initially, the effort is high. Success rate is low. Failure is very high. Slowly, as the success rate increases, failure reduces, effort automatically reduces. When effort reduces, you will slip fast into dhyana. Correct? And slipping fast into dhyana effortlessly at any time is what, from Vedanta perspective, we say samadhi. Eki bhava with whatever you are thinking. You and that one thought, only that thought is there, even I am not there. For example, Rama, 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 Valmiki, Eki. Then what happened? He never knew when an anthill came. Correct? Anthill is called Valmika. In Sanskrit, it is called Valmika, anthill. So when he comes out of that, he is called Valmiki. Eka Chintana, one thought. And only if that thought is there, you have forgotten yourself also. Ahaminashava, if everything goes off. Sometimes we are so engrossed in something that we have forgotten ourselves, right? Exactly like that. Effortlessly, and you're able to be there for a period of time. And when you come out of meditation, yoga calls it, Patanjali calls it Vyuthana Avastha. So Samadhi Avastha, Vyuthana Avastha. By Vyuthana Avastha you come out because there is remnants of karma. That karma will make you come out. Karma bala has to be exhausted, right? There also karma bala has to be exhausted. So initially that karma will start disturbing, that Vyuthana will come very regularly. Then slowly Vyuthana timing will come after a period of time. Then after that even that will go and you will be permanently into Samadhi. Then all your disciples will just put some brick around and some garlands and close it. Babaji chale gaye. Samadhi ho gaye. Yeah, that is what it is. Many people have done Samadhi that way only. Na? Many of them, many are with that. That's what is Samadhi. You never come out of that state. You are not even aware what is happening. No food, nothing, nothing, nothing. Everything is stopped. So they just cover and then they, that is what is called Samadhi. ये महाराज का समाधि मतलब क्या है? Okay, so this particular thing, we are not referring to Samadhi, we are just getting into meditation, that's all. So what is this process? Vijatiya pravaha anantaram sajatiya pravaha, pratyaya pravaha is called dhyana. Is it clear? Is this clear? Okay. That is called the process of dhyana. And what is referred as process as dhyana? Here, let us see any shloka, very specific mention. Yeah, 619. Yes, very, very, very nice. Yata Niding 19 shloka. Very nicely given. How it goes. यथा दीपो निवातस्तः नेङ्गते सोपमा स्मृता योगिनो यतचित्तस्य युञ्जते योगमात्मनः यथा दीपः निवातस्थः. That flame of a deepa will initially with little air also will start flickering, flickering, flickering. After a point of time it will become stable. Okay, obviously it is expected that that flame cannot be where there is good amount of air and all. No. Generally, when everything is closed also, you would have seen this while doing Jyoti Tratak. The first Jyoti Tratak, it will flicker. By the time the third one is there, you have stabilized, even that is stabilized. Correct? So, yatha deepo nivatastaha nengate sopama. Upama smritaha. My memory also will be like that, only flickering. Go into the topic, out of the topic. Go into the topic, out of the topic. Right? Yoginaha yatachittasya yunjate yogamatmanaha. Completely connects only with that topic of Nirguna Brahman. That is what is called Samadhi. So it starts from a flicker till it reaches Samadhi. That whole process is Dhyana Samadhi. And technically, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, three of them together is called Samyama. Right? And that is what is the Samadhi, which, or that is the Dhyana, which is being referred to here. Okay? Is it clear? Yeah. Now, before the process, I think I missed out on preparation. Huh? The second point is preparation for meditation. After the eligibility, qualification, we have to do preparation. Okay. Now, preparation, very clearly, we need a right place. So, there is a physical preparation. My health should be relaxed. I should not have ailment. Suppose I have got knee problem and I am going to sit for half an hour meditation. Over. After that, you need two people to lift you. It is not going to work. Again, you will never sit. गलती से एक बार बैठ गया, over maha musibat वापस you will never sit. It doesn't make sense. Correct? So, the place where you want to do meditation, the seating arrangement, correct, the environment around, that is why all these yogis never used to be in between the society. They used to be away from the society. Okay, and their meditation place and all used to be in the nature. Either it used to be in their close room or it used to be outside where flowing water is there, on a rock, correct, so that there is very less disturbance. Okay, now 6:11 he gives that Shuchau Deshe Pratishtapya Sthiramasanamaatmanah Natyuchritannati Nicham Chailajina Kushottaram. And this is very nicely explained even in Hatha Yoga Pratipika, even in other yoga text, especially even pranayama and all in Hatha Yoga Pratipika, where you should be there. So he says, Shuchau Deshe Pratishtapya. It should be a clean place. Suppose कबाड़ी खाने का बाजू में उधर बैठ के you want to do, और बाजू में एक गटर जा रहा है. Imagine, I want to sit and do that meditation. Will your mind be, it will be disturbed. So it should be a clean place. I should be clean. I should have taken bath, fresh clothes. Okay. And properly, my health should be clean. Everything. So around and inside and outside, cleanliness. Okay. Sthiramasanam. It should be a firm place where you are there. You should not sit on something like, sometimes some chairs are there where one leg will be a little smaller. It will dig, it will keep doing. Don't sit on those chairs and do meditation. Then meditation will always be, now I'm going to go this side, now I'll go that side. This is what the meditation will be there. Okay. So, the very stable place. Then he says, now see, this is Krishna's time. Huh? He doesn't know that we sit on the bed and also do meditation. There he is very clearly referring, na ati uchritam, na ati nicham. It should not be down below also, it should not be very high also. Someone says that above on the tree, rooftop, what is it, tree top, I'm doing meditation. Suddenly some truck, awaj will come, some branches slowly cracking over. What your meditation will be there? So, natyuchritam. It should not be at a very high height. Someone has vertigo problem, they will open their eyes. नीचे देखा, उधर ही चक्कर आके गिर जाएगा. समझा? So they have taken care of all that. Na ati uchritam, na ati nicham. You can't go below the ground and no, I'm going to do meditation. No, all those things. So a small place like a chair or a table or a pitham above the ground. Why this is important? They used to be in places which are open. We are not referring to any palace or house or anything. The yogis and all are where they are supposed to do meditation is going to be on the ground. If you are very much low on the ground level, there will be a lot of insects. So you have to protect yourself from insects. Imagine in between only one scorpion comes and bites you. Over. After that meditation, Govinda, Govinda, never meditation. Whenever you sit for meditation, only scorpion will come in front of your eyes. Correct? So it should be in a place which is protected. Insects cannot come. Okay. And at the same time, so it cannot be below, it cannot be very high, it should be very stable, you should feel very comfortable, no fear at all. And a clean place. So, Shuchau Deshe Pratishtapya Sthiram Asanam, very stable asanam, Na ati uchritam, na ati nicham. Now he says, Chailajina kusha uttaram. Kusha means darbha grass. Do you know what is kusha? Darbha. Okay. For puja, one grass this pandit will bring. इधर हाथ पे रखो, ऐसा डालो, नीचे डालो, उधर डालो. That is called kusha, darbha grass. उसका आसन बनाते. That's called darbhasan. Okay. That which you sit. So you get darbhasan even now. They will take those grass and they will properly tie it so that you can just roll it and it is like a mat. Chatai kaisa hai apna hai? It will be like a chatai but a thick chatai. Jada, itna jada chatai rahega wo. But it is rough. So if you sit on it, initially you will feel good, but after some time you would want it to start itching. You would want to scratch. Okay. So directly sitting on that is not advised. Then what do you do? Chailajinam. A deer skin. A deer skin is soft. Very, very soft. Malmal jaisa. So you place the kushottaram. Above that you place the deer skin. Today don't talk of deer skin. Will be put behind the bars. So a nice soft cloth. Just see chatai का ऊपर very rough it is. उसका ऊपर एक cloth डालेंगे तो कैसा है? Just imagine a hay. I don't know how many people of you all have sat sometimes on that charpai, which is actually made up of that rope. That kata rassi se jo banate hai na. You sit on it. After 5 minutes, what happens? You understand what happens? Now on that, suppose if there is a very 2 mm cloth or a 5 mm 4-5 करके गड़ी बना के पतला सा if you put, how it will be? That is what he is referring. Chailajina kushottam. Is it clear? You all can take your yoga mat. Don't worry. You don't need kushottaram. You don't need chailajinam. For that, everything put together, one yoga mat is there. Take a yoga mat or a cloth and just simply sit and do meditation. Okay. So physically, what you need is Shuchaudeshe pratishtapya sthiram asanam na ati uchritam na ati nicham chailajina kushottaram. Oh, okay. Then straight away he has gone tatra ekagram manah kritva. Straight away. That means if you sit on it as though like remote button, mind has become ekagra. Kritva, having done, Sida Udi Mar diya next shloka mein. Because there are other things, somewhere else it will come. Okay, fine. So after this physical requirement, then you need second part. Very, very, very important, more than the physical requirement is the mental requirement. Okay. Now, before going to that, he is also mentioning about, see, in 527, if you remember, prana panasama kritva nasabhyantaram. Okay, that means do some. When you say prana panasama kritva, what does it mean? How will prana and apana become sama? How will prana and apana become sama? With some knowledge, what you have. Do some Kapalbhati, do some Anulom Vilom Pranayam. Okay, why? Your Ida Nadi and Pingala Nadi will become equally working. Otherwise, if the Ida Nadi is working more, you will go off to sleep. If Pingala Nadi is working more, you will be highly active in doing the meditation. 2 minutes पे something will move, bodily actions will start without you knowing. Okay, So, pranapana samam krutva nasabhyantaram. Then the next line he says, your eyeball should focus the tip of your nose. Nasabhyantaram, like that. Just try looking at your own tip of your nose. Keep your eyes closed. Then open it little, very little. It's like a line coming out. Pseudo sleeping. And try to see the tip of your nose. Are you able to? That means my eyes are not fully closed. हल्का सा खुला है. बट सामने से जो देखेगा उसको लगेगा ये और स्लीपिंग. आंख बंद है पूरा. Is it clear? Okay. Now don't ask how will Chinese do it. Nasa abhyantaram. Be a problem. Correct? So don't worry. We are all Indians. We have got very sharp and long nose. Unwantedly goes everywhere. So we can very easily focus at it. For Chinese, there are other methods which Krishna has not given. That system would have given. Don't worry. Okay. Nasa abhyantaram. Okay. So then focus. Then tatra ekagram manah kritva. Now the second part important is we have to now have mental preparation. As much as physical preparation is required, what is a mental preparation? I will be sitting in a particular posture. I will not move from that posture. Initially the body will respond. It will say no, just एक पाव ऊपर से नीचे करो, हम उल्टा सुल्टा करते हैं ना पाव को, थोड़ा पाव को ऐसा करके वापस. No bodily movement. That is a mental makeup. That is a sankalpa, right? I will not lose my self-confidence. Okay. That means I will not do things where I will push myself to one corner. I will do only what I can do. If I can sit for half an hour, I will sit only for 15 minutes. If I can sit for 1 hour, I will sit for half an hour. Get used to it. Slowly, take small baby steps and keep going. It's a long drawn process. It's not going to happen overnight. That is why it is called sadhana. Nitya Nirantar repetition of the same thing for a period of time will give you perfection. Okay, so mental preparation 624. Shanai Shanairuparame Buddhya Dhriti Grihitaya Atma Samstham Manah Kritva Nakinchidapi Chintayet. Shanai, slowly, little. Uparamed, buddhya dhriti, grihitaya. That buddhi will become stable and firm, not wavering. Dhriti. Okay. Atma samstham manah kritva. That mind has to be focused only on the Atma or Brahman. Na kinchidapi chintayet. No other thought should come. This is called Vedantic Meditation. Initially, many thoughts will come. Slowly, by practice, you will overcome it. Okay, so the mental makeup is slowly getting. That is what is this mental makeup is called what? Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana. All this has to happen immediately. That is a mental makeup. Physically, I should be able to sit. Nididhyasanama, we are not referring to initial. Nididhyasanam samadhi, this is. Correct? Okay. Then, we saw the process. Okay. So, 3 things we have seen. Now, what is the object of meditation? The next part is object of meditation. What is the object of meditation? 4th one. This is very important. Is it going to be Saguna Ishvara or Nirguna Brahma? And very clearly, I think in the last class I have told, for Chitta Shuddhi, Saguna Ishvara, for Nididhyasanam, Nirguna Brahma. Is it clear? Now, now the question should be there, what should be the object? Nirguna Brahma. When you say Nirguna Brahma, what should I meditate upon? When that blessed fellow doesn't have guna at all, what should I meditate upon? So meditating upon nothing. Are you able to get? Is it meditating upon nothing? Can you do meditation on Nirguna Brahma? Let us first ask that question. Can you do meditation on Nirguna Brahma?
No, sir.
Correct? Now see here, there is going to be a problem. I cannot do meditation on Nirguna Brahma. Chapter 6 is talking about Nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam is meditation on Nirguna Brahma. If I do meditation of Saguna Ishvara, it is Chitta Shuddhi. Correct? Chapter 6 is Nididhyasanam. Not only chapter 6, every Nididhyasanam is going to be Nirguna Brahma. But Nirguna Brahma, if you cannot do meditation, then what is Nididhyasanam?
Aham Brahmasmi.
What? Aham Brahmasmi is what now? Okay. When you say Aham, see, be very careful. Vagartha vivasam prattau vagartha pratipattaye. Every vak has got an artha. Every word has got an association of something which you know. If that association is not there, that word has no meaning to you. 3 words, Aham Brahma Asmi, 3 words. That word has to have a meaning, Aham. What will come in front of your mind? Sthula Shariraha. Brahma. That all pervading Sahasra Shirisha Purushaha Virat Swarupa Asmi. Our biggest problem starts. How can I be that? How can I be that? There itself the problem starts now. Do you understand? That is why Shabdartha now comes. So if I use Aham Brahmasmi is a principle. Never do a meditation on that right now. It will be very difficult. Then what? Na punyam, na papam, na saukhyam, na dukkham. That you can do meditation. It actually takes Nididhyasanam to ensure that I am not that. Never do Nididhyasanam on I am what. That is why our Shastra never teaches what you are. It only teaches what you are not. Neti iti nana vachanat. Correct? Na punyam, I am not punyam. Oh yes, I can understand. Why? I am neither the stula sharira nor the sukshma sharira. So where is punyam? Na papam. So these are the ways which you will have to do, which indirectly tells Aham Brahmasmi. It means Aham Brahmasmi, but the object of meditation is negation. Are you able to get this? It is getting more and more subtle. So it is very difficult. The logical ways, that is why whenever there is gunas, saguna, it is very easy to do. Never try nirguna before saguna. Unless I have completely matured in saguna, never ever try nirguna. It will be a big failure. Why? One is it cannot be done. Then you somehow try to do it. That means you have misunderstood it. And that wrong understanding will become wrong knowledge and it will be self-fooling. Better than that is saguna. Very beautiful dress, very nice flowers, that garland, that abhushana, that astra, everything, that vahana. Think all that. From Eka Rupa, go to Aneka Rupa. All the devatas are my Ishta Devata only. Then from that expanded, the trees are my Ishta Devata only. I see my Ishta Devata on the trees. I see my Ishta Devata on the water. I see my Ishta Devata on everything. That is easy, na? Okay. That is where this Matra Devo Bhava, Pitra Devo Bhava is sometimes wrongly understood. What is the meaning we have understood? Mother is God, father is God. Correct? Yes or no? That means now you have reduced God to one form of mother which you know in this Janma. Yes or no? Do you know your mother of previous Janma? That doesn't mean she was not your mother. Correct? What does Matra Devo Bhava? I see mother in this God. I see father in this God. Now the meaning is different. Isn't it easy now? I know this concept called mother. I do not know the concept called Deva. So I am seeing through the filter of mother the Deva. Okay. So we have to rightly, that meditation when we are doing, we have to rightly do it. If we do it wrongly, we will mistake it. We will learn something wrong and then we will imagine that is correct and then be with that self-fooling. Correct? So, Nididhyasana when you have to do, we have to be very clear on the concept of Aham Brahmasmi you have to do. But don't meditate on Aham Brahmasmi. Everything which will help you to neti, nana, vachanat, that is all. Automatically it is Aham Brahmasmi. Correct? Now, through Dvaita negation, I understand Advaita. Rather than by establishing Advaita, I will never understand Advaita. Why? My nature is to see everything in Dvaita. Seeing everything as Dvaita is very natural to me. Shouldn't I use that and negate it and then simply keep quiet? What is remaining, I know, is me. Nothing else. Then who is me? The seer is me, myself, which as a principle I know. That is why Nididhyasanam is very tough. Only when you have been able to do Saguna Ishvara Dhyana, then Nirguna can come. So never try to do on this blankness and all that. Always it should be Saguna. Where your mind will get hooked on. You take a Devata or a Devi, this beauty which I see in something, you superimpose on the Devata. I'm able to see the Devata as beautiful as this, nothing wrong. Getting it? Thereby you will connect much better. Right? Okay. So it's already 9:05. We will continue with the balanced topics in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. धन्यवादः. Shivaratri.
Sir, how can you learn meditation?
How can you learn meditation?
How to find the what is the right step?
Okay, there are 10 hours on types of meditation. Okay, and after that there are 150 sessions on meditation, guided meditation by Swami Paramarthananda. But it is all very specific, going to the 5 different types have been told, each of them have been tried. Then you go slowly, then explanation, getting it. It's a detailed one. Anyone who is interested, send me your email ID. I will share these audio clips which I have in my Dropbox. It is for individually for you all to go understand the theory of meditation, types of meditation, then go through guided meditation in general, then go each one into depth. That is up to you all. I can share that. Send me your email ID. Okay? Sure.
Hariom, sir.
Hariom, धन्यवाद.
Hariom, sir, thank you.
धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद.